Hi, I'm David Pope from Clinical Edge. Welcome to this week's 5-minute physio tip on why stretching isn't going to get your plantar fasciopathy patients better. So, plantar fasciopathy, it's a really common condition in your runners and also in your more middle-aged, slightly overweight ladies, and it can be a bit of a stubborn condition to treat. Now, stretching's a common treatment that's used for plantar fasciopathy, stretching the calves, stretching the feet and the plantar fascia. So the question is it going to get your patients better? Well, there's some research coming out that shows that it will help. And Kamenetsky this year released a study looking at stretching compared to stretching and strengthening. And what they found was that there was no additional benefit from adding in strengthening, but stretching had a positive effect. Now, that's interesting considering probably a lot of your patients, just like mine, have come in and they're doing calf stretches, and they're doing plantar fascia stretches and foot stretches and toe flexor stretches, and they're no better. And I mean, this could be a biased population. Maybe it helped the ones that it helped and you see the ones that it didn't. That's a possibility. But the fact is that there are a lot of patients that aren't going to get better just with stretching. And if we look at the development of plantar fasciopathy, then we start to understand why. It really is a load management issue and a load capacity issue. So most times your patients have increased their running program, they have maybe spending a long time on their feet, standing at the cash register or at a manual job, that sort of thing. So the tendon has got a large load placed upon it. It doesn't have the capacity to cope with it. So is stretching likely to improve the load capacity of the plantar fascia? Well, not really, no. So it provides a stretch. It could improve your, the tension through the area. It could improve your range of movement through your ankle or foot. But in reality, it's not going to increase the load tolerance of that area. The only thing that's going to improve the load tolerance of that area is strengthening. So then why did Kamenetsky find that strengthening had no additional benefit? Well, when we look at the study, what we found was that the strengthening they performed was a bilateral heel raise with body weight. Now, if you had an Achilles tendinopathy and you just gave them a bilateral heel raise without any extra weight, do you think you'd have a very positive effect in returning them to running? I doubt it. So it's just not enough load. How is that load anywhere near equivalent to what they're going to be placing on their Achilles tendon when they're running? And this is the same sort of situation. You're not building up their load tolerance enough with a bilateral, non-weighted or body weight exercise that you need to be able to stand all day on your feet, at a cash register, manual labour job, or running. So you've got to build up that load tolerance, tissue capacity, and this is where Michael Rathleff, Christian Thorborgs' study on performing high load strength training for the plantar fasciopathy really kicks in, because they performed high weight, they increased the load on that plantar fascia, they increased the tension through it as well to really load that plantar fascia, and they had a really positive outcome in that first 12 weeks, which is the period that most people are most motivated to perform their exercises. So they had good support for doing strength training, and really that fits in with what we know about this condition, that you need to improve their load capacity, you need to improve the ability of their foot to cope with running, to cope with standing on it all day, and stretching just isn't going to achieve that. So get stuck in, incorporate some strength training. Remember, do it gradually, especially with your people that haven't done strength training before, like maybe your older or middle-aged ladies that probably haven't done a lot of exercise or intense exercise. Slowly, gradually does it, and make sure you build up that load capacity of their plantar fascia and their foot and calf. So that's, I hope, all for our 5-minute physio tip for today. Hope you've enjoyed it, got lots of ideas about how you can approach your plantar fasciopathy. Remember, if you found us anywhere else besides on our blog over at clinicaledge.co, head on over, check it out. We've got lots of videos, podcasts, blog posts, all that sort of stuff. Go and check it out and have a great week.